like kids and still handle the bitch on the road. Cause I got a dream that I never could seem to say. Excited to see where it goes. I love the environment.
Tonight's the night for football, everybody. The bright lights are on, the stage is set, and the crowd is ready. It's Monday Night Primetime on EA Sports. Straight ahead with a nationwide audience tuning in, it's a Monday Night Primetime showdown between the Arizona Cardinals and the Dallas Cowboys. Ball teed up, Brandon Aubrey out for the kick. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this gets out to the 30 before he stopped. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Trey Benson. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Operating from the gun, Brissett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Looking quickly, trying to get set. Third and long. Here's Brissett. It's McBride downfield, and he's got it. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17. 1st and 10 now from the 46.
Hey, kill. Go.
Shotgun now for Brissett. Got his man, that's Zay Jones. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. Give him 13 on that play. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Motioning the tight end now.
Hey, kill. Hey, check. Middle.
Now 1 second before they call delay a game, a timeout comes in. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. So first down from the 41.
Rabbit. 19, set. Lefty. Hey, kill. Go.
From the shotgun, Brissett. Fits it through the middle. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. They get 23 on that one. And it's going to give the Cardinals a first down.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Arizona.
19, go.
They're going to run and draw here with Benson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Hey, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
12 back. Rabbit. Hey, kill, go.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
Eckler will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one and then brings up 3rd down. So his first blemish, Brock, after that perfect 4-for-4 starts. And wouldn't expect one incompletion, though, to stop him from leaning on him this opening drive.
No, I don't think so. And I think more than anything, you see the defense kind of ball can hit the ground on this side.
All right, got to get 4 here, Brock, or they're going to have a tough decision to make on this opening drive.
Hey, middle, 12, go right, lefty. Hey, kill.
3rd and goal for Brissett. And into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals finish up an excellent opening series. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Cardinals will jump out to a 7-0 lead. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Here's Kevontae Turpin on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got 1st and 10. Now the first run of the game for Javonte Williams. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
So gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They stay on the ground with Williams. And that one's forward for 1, maybe 2 yards. Josh Sweat making the stop.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Connects on the crosser. And he is finally out of bounds as he takes it all the way down to the 20. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that'll be good for a Dallas 1st down.
At the 20-yard line.
From the red zone on 1st. Flushed out of the pocket. And into the end zone he goes for a Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys finish off their opening drive. C.D. Lamb with the touchdown. Aubrey good on the point after. And the Cowboys respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. First call here coming from the shotgun.
Kill. 19. Hey, up by 20. Quick. Hey, kill. Right. Go.
Now it's Brissett. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. So that brings up 2nd down. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Another try from the 25. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, Brissett. And this one does not go far. The dose of the hurry-up offense here.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Go.
3rd down, it's Brissett. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Kate, I think that was the type of play we expected out of this defense to start the game. Can't undo that opening drive touchdown they gave up, but that can sure help to get yourself off the field with that 3rd down stop.
Starts his return from the 23. And a nice return out of him. They have it a little further up, past their own 30.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Hey, these DNs love to get after the quarterback, but the most well-rounded of them are the guys who can anchor your run defense too. Mission accomplished.
Went the wrong way on 1st down, Brock. Here comes 2nd and 12.
Yeah, here we go.
That's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. Back to AT&T Stadium in just a moment. Second quarter all set to begin, and it'll be Cowboys football. They have 2nd down behind the sticks. Another run for Williams. Let's call that a solid run there, partner. He got about 6. It's going to be 3rd down.
Some offenses, well, they prefer to go run in that RPO situation. It's a safer call, a little more conservative. But in this case, it gets them just as many yards as a short completion would have.
They come to the line here. This is 3rd and 6. Throw here, 3rd down. Escapes the pocket. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Cam Taylor-Britt picks it off. And the Cardinals work some magic on that return. They took the interception all the way back to the 30. Well, great work by the defense there, Brock. Coverage keeping things tight downfield, even as he extended the play, and as a result, they pick up the INT.
And the eyes were bigger than the stomach on that throw. It was as if he was committed to it right when he left the pocket. But if nothing opens up, you're going to pay for trying to make a throw that simply isn't there.
19, set. 19, got. Hey, kill. Rabbit. Middle. Go.
Throwing now, Brissett. It's taken in by Kendrick Ford. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line, this is 1st and 10.
19, okay. 19. Hey, kill. Go rabbit. Lefty. Hey, kill. Go.
From the red zone now. So this one on the defense. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. So now then, after the penalty, this is 1st and goal. Putting the tight end in motion.
20. Good. Hey, off. Got it. Hey, kill. Rabbit. Middle. Hey, check. Go.
Here's Brissett. Forced out to his right. To the end zone, but incomplete. Couldn't get it. That's going to set up 2nd and goal. So they fire for the end zone on 1st down, Brock. I think a lot of folks probably assume after the incompletion it'd be a run here on 2nd and goal. What say you?
Yeah, I think you always got to be careful about assuming. As a fan, as a defensive coordinator, I think as an offense, you've worked on it all week, continue to get to the stuff you trust the most.
Back to throw. Here's Brissett. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. quickly. Their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
19. Okay. Hey, right 20. Right. Middle. Hey, check. Let's go.
3rd and long for him here. They want him again, and he goes down again. And the defense a down away from completing this stand. It's 4th and goal. And it is good. No problems there on the shorter attempt. And that's going to break our tie and give them a 3-point advantage.
What a season this guy is having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Fielded at the 7. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Dak off the play fake. Rolling out to his left. On the run, deep down the left side. They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to be persuaded out of bounds right at that 40-yard line. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A handoff for Williams, running left. That one only good for a couple. It's 2nd down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Just 1 yard on the play, though. That leaves him with 3rd down and 6 to go.
3rd and 6.
He'll air it out on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And it'll knock this game up late in the 2nd quarter.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
This return starts at the 5. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with Eckler. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. We've got a good one so far. We are all tied up, and we have hit our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Run lost him a yard to begin the drive. Here comes 2nd and 11.
19. Hey, kill. 120. Hey, kill. Lefty. Hey, kill. Hey. Go.
Trying to throw this from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Cardinals in the hurry up now, racing the clock as they work to get set.
That's good for the Cardinals. First down.
Hey, kill.
A gain of 14.
Middle.
First down, Cardinals.
Hey, check. Go.
On 1st down, it's Brissett. That'll be incomplete to start the new set of downs. No luck finding his receiver that time. And it's going to be 2nd down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, that's not met the standard they set for themselves.
Hey, kill. Go back. Lefty. Hey, kill. Hey. Got it. Hey, kill. Right. Middle. Go.
Second down. Here's Brissett again. This is reeled in nicely downfield by Jones. And they drop him with a big hit, but that's going to sting worse for the defense. A big gain, and the chain's moving too. First and 10 from the 32.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Arizona.
Kill. Lefty. Go.
To the air yet again, Brissett. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. Arizona goes ahead and calls its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
I think we've reached the point of the game, Kate, where I got to make my PSA. Protect the quarterback, and quarterback, protect yourself.
19. Cut. Hey, 12. Got it. Hey, kill. Right left. Middle. Hey, check. Go.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Jack Campbell with the INT. Second and long. They didn't have to pass, Brock, but you kind of knew that was what was coming. And they had the right coverage out there to pick it off.
Yeah, you really have two choices here, Kate, offensively, right? You can play conservative, try to get to a manageable third down, or you go step on the gas with aggressiveness. And I love aggressiveness. The problem? Well, this defense saw it coming, and even more so, they took it away. They went up and attacked it and got the ball for themselves.
So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but, man, the defense took that away, too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
The Cowboys signaling for their first time out. Battle coming up on 3rd and inches. Dak now from the gun. He's got it, complete to Pickett. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Cowboys have to get moving here. Clock's still running. Now it's Prescott again. Hits his running back. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Dak throwing again. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Not a bad first look for him in the this contest. And I love them taking a shot, Kate. It's a shame, though, because this defense will tip your cap. They played that ball better than he could.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Here we go, 46.
Throwing again, Prescott. Complete beyond the marker. And they make the tackle at the 38. Now Dallas is going to call its second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. New set of downs for them. They'll start at the 38. Another throw for Prescott. And he's got it. It's in close. And in he goes for the Dallas touchdown. The Cowboys take the lead just before halftime. For the point after, here's Aubrey. Right down the middle. It's good. And the Cowboys break that tie and now lead by 7. Aubrey now to kick this one away. Return starts at the 9. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
The 19. Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Hey, kill. Go.
Looking to throw. Down the field, he's got Wilson. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Just 2 seconds left in the half as we get a timeout. One last play before the break.
Got it. You're 19. Okay. You're 19. Okay. Let's go.
The final throw before the break. And he's going to let this fly towards the end zone. Oh my, it's intercepted in the end zone. Marquise Bell making the play. And the Cowboys intercept the final throw for the end zone, and that is how our first half's going to end. So we're through 2 quarters now, still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. The Cardinals kicking team out, and they'll put a charge into this one. Fields this one at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Dallas getting everybody set. They've got first and 10.
Yeah. 26.
First down, here's Dak. He's going to dump this one off to the fullback. Complete. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down. Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play.
At the 46-yard line.
Hey, wide in.
Williams now on first and 10. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Yeah. We're going to 54. Wide in. Here we go. Going to 54. Going to 54. Wide in. 26.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Now that's not what the offense dialed up. They stick him for a loss. It's going to be 3rd down. Their dominance against his ground game rolls on, Brock. Add another stop to what's going to be some real nice film for them to watch.
How many times do you think in your lifetime, Kate, you've heard from a defensive coordinator, job number 1 is?
Stop the run.
And they've been doing it.
And they've got to him just a step or 2 before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's good for a Dallas first down. Play action, Prescott. Buying some time right. Going deep here for the end zone. And this is going to end up incomplete. Really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss, whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. Give to Williams from the gun. Good running there to get around 6, but now they've got 3rd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
7th play of the drive, offense facing 3rd and 3. Working out of the gun, it's Prescott. Flush out now to his left. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
So 4th down brings out Brandon Aubrey to try for the Cowboys field goal. He was good on his first kick. Going to need to hit this one well to go 2 for 2. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Brings in the kick at the 9. Showing a little burst so far. And he's out of bounds. This is a great start for them, already on their opponent's side of the field.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field, and you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
Kill, 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 kill. Hey, hey, check. Go.
We're set with it on first. Catch is made down the right sideline. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30. You're right at the 31. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And it's good enough for an Arizona first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
Middle. Right 20. Gone. Lefty. Hey, kill. Go.
We're set now on first and 10. Going all the way to the end zone here. And it's brought in. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals start the second half with some needed points. Trey McBride, the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Cardinals cut it to a field goal game.
17.
Volley set up and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
35-yard line.
The Cowboys have it in great field position as they come up to the line, first and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
From the gun is Prescott. Complete out to the right side. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
There's no question. The greatest concern there was just getting the first down. You want a high percentage throw, and you're not really concerned about big yards. Well, the drag route was perfect. He comes open the short field. It's easy to zip that throw right in there and reset those chains.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Halfway there on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And they will stop him as he gets this down to their 39-yard line. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that third down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First down, and they go right back to it. And that's good for a gain of 5. Little Baker bringing that one to an end.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Throwing to the back of the end zone. This one is knocked away. A potential touchdown prevented. And now the offense has to make the long walk back to the line for third down. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that passing, Brock. Throwing into double coverage. How's Coach going to feel about that one?
Yeah, that's a no-no. Yeah, I experienced that as a player and now as a coach. Please don't do that again.
Prescott now to throw on third down. Throws off the rip, but it's incomplete. Looking for his wide receiver there. And 4th and 4 coming up.
I'll say, Kate, that defense looked even better, sharper on 3rd down than they did on 2nd. They played that one so tight there was no window to throw.
So it looks like they're going to line up and go for this. 4th and 4.
Yeah, here we go. We're going to 52.
He'll throw it. Has him on the quick hitter. And I don't think he got to the marker. Looked a little short, and yep, indeed, he's marked short. This is a turnover on downs.
You know, these 4th down plays are all about trust. You lean into what you do best. Unfortunately, with the lack of execution, you're going to throw that one off the playlist.
Hey, kill. Nice. Drive around. Go.
From the shotgun, Brissett. Throwing the out route, complete. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And it's going to give the Cardinals a 1st down.
And the Cardinals first down.
Middle. 19. Set. 19. Hey, check. Hey, kill. Hey, go.
Shotgun now for Brissett. And as that one winds up incomplete, it brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter. All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Cardinals ball, and they could use a score. They come into the 4th trailing. After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10.
19. Okay. 19. Lefty. Hey, kill. Go rabbit. Go.
Back to the air, Brissett. Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Oh no, they get him yet again! Devon Holland comes up with it.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
He's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
It connects down the sideline. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Hey, 47.
Prescott here from the gun. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he will score. Touchdown, Dallas. The Cowboys parlay the interception into points. For the point after, here's Aubrey. The point after splits the uprights. And the Cowboys make it a 10-point ball game.
Cowboys 27, Cardinals 17. Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Aubrey now to kick this one away. Here's a return from the 7. And this drive will start inside the 25. Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10.
19. Hey, middle.
Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected decision-making there. Coming off a kick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, he just took his medicine.
Operating from the gun, Brissett. Caught, nice gain left side. And this is brought to a stop at say the 34-yard line there. It's a gain of 27 yards to move the chains. So they'll head up here, 1st and 10 from the 34.
A gain of 27 on the play. First down, Arizona.
Hey, kill.
Now Brissett to throw. Has it downfield, working the left. And this is going to take him off and across midfield there at the opposing 45. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Working quickly here.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Cardinals.
Hey, kill. Hey, check. Lefty.
On first down, it's Brissett. Finds a seam down the middle. And they're going to be working from the red zone as he reaches the 16. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
To the air yet again, Brissett. It's Jones working the sideline, complete. And he's going to have him a 1st and goal from the 4 as he goes out.
The Cardinals, first down. First and goal at the 4-yard line.
Sticking to the air here. Dialing up a receiver screen. Touchdown, Arizona. The Cardinals making a 4-point game here in the 4th. And now for the point after, and crucially to bring things within a field goal. And he connects there, so now another kick from him, a field goal, to tie this game in the 4th. Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Turpin with a return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Cowboys just about set. Here comes 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And that is exactly what you're looking for on a 1st down run. He picked up 7.
That is just a great drive start. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
Yeah! We're going to 53.
Williams on the carry. And this is going to be just what this defense ordered. A great play to back these guys up. Shift the momentum a little here in the 4th. A great call in a short yardage situation right there, Brock, and that was exactly the type of front that defense needed to have.
Yeah, I agree with you. I love the X's and O's of it, and then even more, the guys going out there and executing it, pulling the trigger to create that loss.
Looking to throw. On the move, headed right. He's going to run for it. Call it 7 yards on the play, and that's enough for the 1st down. We've reached the 2-minute warning from Dallas. Cowboys only up by a few. So a fresh set of downs now from the 39.
At the 39-yard line.
Throwing on first is Prescott. Throw left side, complete. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Kid, I was on the field, the young high school quarterback, just last week, and I told him one of the greatest attributes a quarterback can have is courage. And it takes courage to sit in that pocket that long, let a play develop, and let that receiver work all the way from one side of the field to the other, to give him a chance to make a play.
And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that'll be good for a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll give it to Williams on the option. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3. The Cardinals decided to use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Oh, Brock, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. This one falls incomplete. Well, he already has himself 1 interception in this game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game, because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when 1 pick becomes 2, 2 becomes 3, and on.
It's Pickens on the slant. We got the football, Brock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker, 4th down. Arizona goes ahead and calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Look at them. They don't want to surrender the lead or possession. The offense staying out there on 4. Back to throw. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. The Cardinals are going to use the last of their timeouts. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Oh, looks like the defense got a little too excited there, and that's going to be a penalty. So he jumped too early, and that's going to cost him 5 yards. Victory formation here. Looks like they're going to take a knee on first down. Line up the design keeper. So the Cowboys take the win here in Arlington. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as soon as you get those first points, you realize, you know what? They're mortal just like the rest of us, and they